Hello, it's Dan Fitzpatrick, the AI educator. I am currently in Lima in Peru. I'm really looking forward to spending tomorrow and the day after with the Latin America Heads Conference and talking to head teachers from around Latin America about artificial intelligence in education. Now, last week I was at the BESA conference in London, and I was really privileged to be on stage with Sir Anthony Selden and Morgan D, and we were talking about ethics in artificial intelligence. And I said something, and a few people have asked me to kind of follow up on it really, and to explain more about what I meant. And I talked about us being in danger of being in a situation that I called humans of the gaps. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, I used to be a philosophy teacher, so I'm borrowing an argument from philosophy. And it's an argument that's normally called God of the gaps. And it's an argument that says that people who believe in God have for centuries, and it's a centuries-old argument, have explained what we can't explain yet in this world by saying it must be God. So at one point people believed that God spun the earth around, that the rain came because of God, the sun appeared because of God, and what better place to talk about this really in the land of the Incas. But as science progressed, then the divine explanations are pushed out because we discover more, we find out the reasons why. And so it's called the God of the Gaps argument. And I think we're in a similar situation with how we're approaching, not all of us, but some of us are approaching the importance of humans in this AI age. And that being, and I hear this a lot, and I might have even been guilty of saying it once or twice myself, that our students must learn the skills that AI can't do so that they can thrive in this world, in this new AI era. The one problem with that is, a bit like the God of the Gaps argument, that those gaps are going to get smaller. Because if we're to believe the people who are working on this technology, AI is going to become very advanced quite fast. And I'm talking next few years, next few decades. We literally don't know how advanced this is going to get, but it's going to get very advanced. Recently, Gartner published an article that said that AI was nearing the peak of inflated expectation, which essentially means that it's reaching the peak of its hype, and that a lot of people are going to start to get a bit disillusioned with it very soon. I've read the article, and I honestly don't think there's much evidence for this at all. In fact, I think a lot of the evidence points in the opposite direction. I think the hype around this is going to continue to grow and grow, for good reasons. We're just about to enter phase 2 of this technology. So starting to see now some start to finish solutions being created and released. This is the start of this. To say we're going to reach some kind of disillusionment soon, I just don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen for a long time. I really can't see that hype slowing down at the minute, simply because, for two reasons. This is the first time that we've ever had technology that can advance itself. And secondly, companies are competing constantly at the moment and bringing out so many new features. That's not going to slow down. If anything, that's going to speed up. So to say that we're going to reach some kind of disillusionment with this technology, I just don't think it's going to happen. I don't even think we can use the Gartner hype cycle with this type of technology. And just to fall back on used models like they're always going to work in every scenario, I think is quite lazy, to be honest. And I think we're in a new era here of technology. If we are teaching our students, if we are saying to our students and even to ourselves in the cultures that we foster, that the value of humanity comes down to what machines, what artificial intelligence can't do, then what? What happens when those machines, those AI systems start being able to do those things that we've said only the humans can do? And it's well-meaning. I hear it around a lot. It's well-meaning, and of course it comes from a place of trying to find solutions, which I agree with. We need to find solutions, but the only difficulty is trying to find solutions in an area that is moving so fast, is that those solutions will become outdated very fast. And I think we just need to be really careful that we're not creating a humans of the gap scenario where the value of humanity is down to what AI can't do, and then when AI can do those things, then what? I think what we need to do is think of our humanity, of who we are on a different plane to AI. We can no longer value humans based on what they can and can't do. And some of you might say that you don't do that, and I completely respect that. But our cultures do, our societies tend to value people on what they can offer. I think we need to go beyond that. And we need to, first of all, change that mentality in ourselves, and then start to push it out in our schools, that our value of what we bring to this world is not on the same plane as artificial intelligence. What do you think? Let me know. Please comment on this, or send me a message, because okay, this might not be the most practical video you've ever watched. It might be a bit too philosophical for some, but I think it's a pertinent question. I think it's something we have to grapple with. And therefore, what do we teach our students? What skills do we develop? It can't just be what AI doesn't do. We have to have a more holistic approach, I think. Subscribe, let me know, follow, and let's go on this journey together. For now, from Peru, I will see you all very soon.